Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. Glad you made it today. Today I wanted to talk to you about some news that I came across from the VA regarding loosening up some guidelines that they have, and wanted to dive into that and let you know so that way you're aware, so you're not taken off guard. So with that, please hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. Comment below if you notice anything going on with regard to this topic. And, you know, one of the things that this does is it helps to get the word out to more of us. And whether it's this video or other videos that will help somebody, helping one person is worth that thumbs up. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of your support. Let's roll into this. So this news comes, directly from the VA, from the Office of Public and Intergovernmental Affairs. So the headline here, and this came out on March 3rd, 2023 at 1:02 p.m. So it's pretty recent. I mean, the weekend and a couple days have passed. So looking pretty good as far as up to date is concerned. So the headline on this news release here is VA relaxes masking requirements at medical facilities. Okay, so this would be the VHA. So your Veteran Healthcare Administration. Because remember, the VA is broken into three components: VHA, the Healthcare Administration; VBA, the Benefits Administration; and lastly is the cemeteries, the National Veteran Cemeteries. So just based on the fact that it's medical facilities, targets the fact that it's a VHA thing. So let's go ahead and read into it. Starts off like this. Washington, D.C. Today, the Department of Veterans Affairs announced it has relaxed the masking requirement at VA medical facilities. This update ensures the safety of veterans while accommodating individual masking preferences and aligning with CDC guidelines. Okay, so one, it's a little bit frustrating that they weren't aligning with CDC guidelines to begin with, because you would think that CDC and, the VA or really any government installation would kind of operate with that. But it is what it is. So good. I mean, so far it just sounds like they're going to be loosening up, probably for you as the patient, right? Us as the veterans going to the medical facility, probably not so much the healthcare workers is my guess. So let's get into it a little more. Moving forward, VA will base its masking guidelines on the VHA, so Veterans Healthcare Administration, COVID-19 health protection levels. So it's protection levels that were established by the VHA. Low, medium, and high are the three levels for the three protection levels. And so in addition, right, to the three healthcare levels, they are also going to look at healthcare facility conditions. So again, moving forward, VA will base its masking guidelines on the VHA COVID-19 healthcare protection levels, low, medium, and high, and healthcare facility conditions. So they're going to look at a couple different things. You could have, a low level, but you could have something going on at that specific facility. Or vice versa. When health protection levels are high, masking will remain required. However, when health protection levels are low or medium, medical center leadership will conduct a facility risk assessment to determine if it is appropriate for masking to be optional in certain areas at their facility. That sounds like it's going to be a little chaotic for some people. And what I mean by that is, if you're a patient and you go to a couple different facilities, you go to an outpatient clinic and you also go to the actual hospital, right, for inpatient care or what have you, or you go there for their pharmacy, which, oh, by the way, is a whole other topic. The fact that there's no pharmacies in these clinics drives me absolutely nuts. So with that, you could go to one installation, one place, and there'll be one requirement. Then you go to another, and there'll be another requirement, potentially. Because it sounds to me like it is a site-specific discretion. So again, that last sentence was, well, part of that last sentence was, medical center leadership will conduct a facility risk assessment to determine if it is appropriate for masking to be optional in certain areas at their facility. So facility specific. So whatever the leadership is for that specific facility will be deciding on whether or not it's appropriate to be unmasked in certain areas. So whatever. Let's move on. The next spot here is a quote, and it says, "This new policy will ensure the safety of veterans and VA healthcare providers while accommodating individual masking preferences," said Undersecretary of Health, Dr. Sharif Ellenhall. "We're trying to be as open as possible to veteran and clinician and staff preferences alike while aligning with CDC guidelines." Let's see. So the last portion here is, regardless of health protection level or healthcare facility conditions, masking will still be required in high-risk areas such as chemotherapy units, acute inpatient medical/surgical units, intensive care units, post-transplant units, dialysis units, etc. Masking will also be required at all times for individuals with suspected or confirmed COVID-19 or other viral respiratory infections. VHA, Veterans Healthcare Administration, will monitor any changes to CDC guidelines and update VHA COVID-19 guidelines as necessary. Then it says to visit this hyperlink for more information regarding the VHA COVID-19 health protection levels. And then that ends their little news release on this. And my thought here is, okay, fine. So they're moving in the direction everybody else has already been moving, which is leaving it to the individual to make their own determination on whether or not they want to be masked and stand, 6 feet away or what have you from folks. So for those with underlying conditions and, so on and so forth, or, immune diseases, that type of stuff, autoimmune diseases, of course, they're going to probably want to be masked and have a little bit of distance. Somebody who's on the younger level, a healthy immune system and so forth and all that, maybe they're not. And that's fine. My question to everybody is, what are your thoughts on, to me, the kind of the biggest piece in here is how fluctuating it's going to be on the site-specific thing. Is that a good or a bad thing that it's site-specific? I mean, I get it. If you have an outbreak or there's something crazy going on at one specific site, you want that person to be able to clamp down if they need to. But is it going to be a little bit weird if you're going to multiple areas, right? You might go to the clinic for one thing. You might go to the hospital for something else. You might go pick up your prescriptions at the VA hospital because they have a pharmacy and so forth. So anyway, just curious, want to get your thoughts on that, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks for all your support again, and remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.